Hello, it's Apostle Rosalind Solomon. How are you? This is the Rosalind Solomon channel. Also, I have Prophetic Life Advice Show channel. Also have the Glory Oil channel. Also have Rosalind Solomon's music videos by Vemo on here. Also have Rosalind Solomon's music channel on here. Also have BitChute. Also have Facebook Prophetic Mantle and Rosalind Solomon. And you can go to www.get-2-heaven.com for prophecy updates at times and all kinds of other teachings and stuff on there, even prayers. Also, you could go to prophetessrosalindsolomon.blogspot.com, which is the prayer channel. If you'd like to become a partner with the ministry or sow a seed or a tithe, you can Cashapp $ Yahweh yahuahelohim ELOHIM, or you could go to www.get-2-heaven.com or prophetessrosalindsolomon.blogspot.com. Look to the lower right and you'll see the PayPal, and you can partner with the ministry, Prophetic Voice of Yeshua's ministry, today or in the future, or sow a tithe or a seed if led by Father Yahweh Elohim, the Ruach, and Yeshua. Okay, I had a vision about the Bitcoin. I kept seeing it fluctuate between when the market goes down, because the Lord said the market would be going up and down this year, but it wouldn't be as volatile as last year. It's going to have times of being volatile, but this year you'll have room to make money. And I know some of you have made some money this month already because the coins were going up. Some of you got some cheddar and some chuck steak, right? So, but the Lord did tell me, when you see Bitcoin hit 30 to 40,000, that is your signal that the market is going to get better. So Bitcoin may hit 30 grand. It may even hit 40 grand before the fall, but it's going to fall because the Lord told me between September and in the first couple of months of next year is when we're going to start seeing the market rally, and in 2025. But in the dream on the chart, I just kept seeing Bitcoin fluctuate from 19,000 to, it was between 19,000 and 24,000. Like, it wasn't going past 23, 24,000 at the times when the market would fall. Now, when the market did good, it was going past 25,000. When the market started falling again, like it is now, I think Bitcoin's 22,000 right now, some change, right? Or 23,000. That's as far as it's going to go. So I would say from 19 to 23,000. I kept saying if it hits 24,000 when the market is low, that would be kind of a shock. But when we see these markets go low this year, Bitcoin will always fluctuate from 19 to 22,000, because I had asked God, just like I did last year, and I kept telling y'all thought I was out of my mind, that Bitcoin was not going to a zero. I kept telling y'all, I kept seeing it going to 16,000 and staying 16,000 and staying there, and it stayed at 16,000 and some change for a couple of months, toward the end of the year. So prophecy came to pass by God, right? So I prayed again. And I asked God, God, I saw Bitcoin at 5,000, 10,000. He said that has been delayed indefinitely. I was like, okay. So I said, so is Bitcoin going to go to a zero this year? And he told me no again. I said, but people are having visions. And this is what he told me. He said, plans have been changed. They listen to our prophecies, guys. They listen to our visions. And God said they're not going to allow Bitcoin to go to zero. If it did go to zero, it wouldn't last but a hot second, right? But they don't want it to crash to zero or to 5,000 or 10,000 or a couple of thousand, because they don't want us people picking it up, because they have plans for Bitcoin, because we're going into a digital cycle. God said it's been delayed a little bit, but eventually we're going to go into a digital cycle. Bitcoin, XRP, and I kept hearing XLM and HBAR and a few other coins are going to be and Ethereum are going to be very, especially Ethereum 2.0, are going to be very important coins when this happens. And like I told y'all last year, I saw Bitcoin having its own ecosystem, just like I saw Shiba Inu have its own ecosystem, and they got Shibarium coming out. I saw Ethereum having its own ecosystem, and it did. I saw Luna Classic and Luna 2.0 have Luna stations and their own ecosystem, and it happened. So Bitcoin is next. I don't know when, but they're gonna separate it like they kind of did Ethereum from the rest of the coins. So like if Bitcoin have a problem, the rest of the coins won't. Or if the rest of the coins have a problem, Bitcoin won't. That's coming, right? So far as I know, the Lord told me that they changed their plans, that they're not really going to let it crash. And if it ever did crash, it wouldn't stay there but for a hot second. So it's not that the people who saw these visions with Bitcoin being a zero, they're not false prophets, because that's what they were going to initially do. But because God started showing his people this, and he told some people to put in stop orders, whatever you call them, he told me don't worry about that. He had me. All right. But some people he did tell them to do that, right? When they started getting wind of the prophecies of those people, they changed their mind, because they know that y'all guys are waiting for it to hit 5 grand, 10 grand, 3,000, whatever, 11 cent, and y'all pick it up. And imagine if Bitcoin went to $100 and you take $1,000, you buy 2, and then eventually goes back. I mean, you buy 10, and eventually it goes back up to 68,000 or more. Oh my goodness, that's like $500,000 or more. Right? And they don't want you to have that. So they've changed their plans. So from what I got from God, we're not going to see Bitcoin go to 0. And if we did, it would only be a second. So just like last year, he told me, and y'all didn't believe me, I hope y'all believe me this year. Go get on your knees and pray, because he's made me very accurate when it comes to many things, especially the market. Right? I'm not a guru nor a financial advisor. I'm just an apostle with a prophetic layer. And the Lord chooses to use me like he uses other people, Prophet Joel, other people out there, TC, Johnny, all of them. He uses us to do these things, right? So you can't come sue us, because I plead the fifth. You know what I mean? And I was telling you all last year, God said no 0 for Bitcoin. Nobody didn't want to believe me. You want to believe everybody, and it didn't happen, right? So don't sleep on me this year. Go and pray. And God said if it did hit 0, it wouldn't stay that long. Nobody would catch it. Your stop losses would be wiped out. And I kept telling y'all last year, God said a lot of people's stop losses was going to be wiped out. And it happened. It happened. So y'all better start paying attention to this woman of God. Period. Take me to the Lord. Like the song says, take me to the King. Take me to the King. Take me to the King. Take me to the King and test me before the King. All right. So that's all I came to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be good. Y'all be good people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good day. Have a good week. You know what I mean? Love each other. Be righteous to the best of your ability. Read that word and repent and evangelize and bring people to repentance and bring them to the feet of the King. Yahushua HaMashiach. Then you bring them to Yahweh. Then you bring them to Mama Ruth. And love yourself, most importantly. Love yourself. And most importantly, always put God in the Ruach and Yeshua first, and yourself. And your spouse and family. Because if you ain't no good to yourself, how you going to be good to your spouse or your family or anybody else or your ministry? Be good to yourself. Go look in the mirror today and tell yourself, I love you. You just as fine as you want to be. Even if you don't feel like you fine. Go look in the mirror and say, I love you. You just as fine as you want to be. Look at you. Look at that beauty God made. Look at that handsome man that God made. Look at that. Speak to yourself. I'm a woman of God. I'm a high concentrated woman of God. I'm a high concentrated man of God. And I'm married to Yah. And can't nobody divorce me from Yah. No demon in hell. Not even Yahweh himself can divorce me from my God. I'm married to Mama too. Mama rocking this Holy Spirit. I'm married to Daddy Yahweh too. Who gonna divorce me? And look up to the sky or to your ceiling. Look up to your God and say, God, you are mighty. You are worthy to be praised. You are the holies of holies. Wrap me in your wings and don't let me out. I stand on the rock of ages. I cannot be moved. My face is on you like flint. Who shall remove my face from you? Who shall remove you from me? Who shall remove your love from me, Father? Nobody. It is a terrible thing for an enemy to stand in the midst of God, for he shall not live. Shalom.